Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex Day trade setups for today. So as usual, starting off with Euro USD, and you can see we're pretty much bouncing between the levels I gave you last week. We have pulled back ever so slightly, sort of going into close last week, but if you look to the left, we're pretty much stuck in the chaos. One thing that does concern me is that we've got to cross over the oscillators. If the oscillators start moving below this 80, then I would expect a little bit more of a pullback. There is structure to left though, so it'll more than likely get held up in that structure. So basically what you can see at the moment is we are in an uptrend above the moving averages. Oscillators an hour have crossed over pointing up, so it's a little bit different to what we see on the 8 hour. Personally, I think what you need to be watching for is a break and retest above 118.749, or alternatively a break below 118.521. So a break below here and a retest would validate a inverse cup and handle, which would give you a target down to, difficult to call, but you probably find some structure down here at 118.306. So at the moment we are ranging. We need a break and retest of one of those two levels before I start looking at that. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, and you can see on the 8 hour last week we had a big move down, a big sort of recovery pullback, and then another second move down during the week. So 2 moves in the week, pretty solid textbook stuff that. And now what we're looking for is structure, and to see where that structure is. And as you can see, there is not much on offer here. This is the closest one. So there you have the first inside tail, and there is the next one. So there's nothing really else apart from those two. The minute we start coming down to the hour, you'll see a little bit of confusion as well. So yeah, we have moved up on Friday, consolidated, but we are consolidating again. Oscillators are pointing to the upside. So both US dollar Japanese yen and Euro USD looking like a little bit of dollar strength, trying to break through. So I think for the dollar pairs, I will be sitting on the sidelines for today. Today is Monday, so not much is going to go on unless there's some big catalyst coming in. Interesting one is British pound and Japanese yen. You can see this trend line that we were looking at last week. We did get the break last week. Does look like we've got a retest of it at the moment. Oscillators at the moment on the 8 hour are not a bull's friend right now, but it could swing any minute, and remember they're just indicators. So this price action that we're seeing at the moment is pretty interesting. I would like to see some kind of structure. Now I just want to get this level up, because that's going to be my first bit of structure. So we are above this area, and that is 152.446, but obviously I want to see us get some structure here for a move to the upside. This is looking like a London breakout strategy, so get the first 7 1 hour bars today, draw your range around it, and I use my Fibonacci for that, and you can see there it is there. So I'm looking, once we've got the 7 bars in, a break above the 7 bars to the upside on the 15 minute is going to give me the range target. So it'll be the height of the range to the upside. It does look like it's a pretty solid move down, one sort of ABC move. So first pullback, first retracement, sorry, then we have a pullback, and then another retracement onto structure. So that is a pretty solid textbook. I'm looking for longs here. It's testing a diagonal, testing some structure. So that's kind of the way that I see this at the moment. Just want to delete that. So yeah, look, waiting for structure. Let's see if we can come back and test this area here, 152.446, for another move to the upside. Euro British pound. Remember, we've got massive amounts of support here on the weekly and the monthly. We are coming up to test multiple areas. I gave you this zone last week, last week Friday, I think we discussed this zone. We're in the zone now, so the question is, are we going to reject it for another move to the downside? So that would line up with British pound Japanese yen, but obviously we need to wait and see what transpires. 1 hour oscillators are looking a little bit tired. We've run quite hard. Looks like a bit of a wedge or a should I say, a range. So I just want to find where there it is. So bit of a range, or alternatively, if you just line up those things there, it's a flag. Okay, so obviously target would be down in this zone here at 85334. So pull back onto that, and then a bit of a bit of a rally, and then another move to the downside. But I suspect we're going to continue to the downside. The bigger trend is down. I know it looks on the 8 hour that that's not the case, but looking for structure. So another one for the London breakout strategy. Wait for your first 7 1 hour bars. Draw your range around that. Wait for the break. If it is to the downside, you're looking for, I think, at least a retest down here at 0.85200. But if it does break the upside, I would be very cautious. I would expect some kind of selling to take place here around 0.85485 or 0.85500. But I do suspect that this is going to move to the downside, just looking at British pound, Japanese yen as well. Okay, anyway, that's it for me. It looks like just a pound that has some half decent trades on offer. The dollar is all over the place as usual. So that's what we'll do. Watch the pound and see if there's anything that transpires out of those pairs. Anyway, I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.